Good morning. I want to invite all of our lovely children of God to come and sit with me. Hello, friends. How are we doing? How are you? You're good. That's good. Hello. I know. I'm going to have to get a vacuum cleaner and clean that up in a little bit. Hi. Good morning. So, we have a gift for you this morning. Do you like gifts? Yeah. I do too. So can I have my helpers help me give these to people? We have these plants for you, and Cassandra picked it out especially for you. What color is on the tag? What are these color are these going to grow into? Yellow. Yes, that's Cassandra's favorite color. So, I know, I'm going to hold my plant.
This is scarlet.
I'm going to hold my plant, just like you're going to hold your plant. So I know that you are all talented gardeners already. And can you tell me what this plant is going to need to grow big and tall and strong? Yes, Charlie? Water. And who else? Felix? Soil. Sunlight. Yes, what else? Air. Okay, so these plants are going to need lots and lots of care to grow big and strong and tall. What about love?
Yeah.
Do you think they need love?
At school, we talked happy to one.
You talked happy to your plant.
To the other,
Okay.
And the happy one grew the biggest.
And you talked sad to another one, and the happy one grew bigger. That's a really good experiment. Do you remember this plant? I brought this plant a couple weeks ago, and it's my purple waffle plant. So I named my plant. Do you know what I named my plant?
Love.
I named my plant Bobby. That's a funny thing to do, isn't it? I'm going to ask you to name your plant your name. Why do you think I'm going to do that? Why do you think I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. So at youth group a few weeks ago, one of our students told us about a plant that she named by her own name. And the reason why she did that is because when you care for your plant that now has your name, you're going to remember to care for yourself. Isn't that a cool thing? So when you give your plant water, you're going to remember to drink water and care for yourself and maybe take a bath and maybe go play and splash in a puddle. And when you take your plant and move it into the sunshine, you're going to remember to go play in the sunshine and soak up the sun. And when you put your plant in new soil, when it's time to be put in new soil, maybe you're going to remember to eat and be nourished and wrap yourself in your favorite blanket, and maybe you'll even give thanks to God for clean socks. I don't know. Is that silly? Maybe that's a little bit silly. Yeah, that's silly. But when we care for creation, when we care for God's creation, these plants and all of creation, by giving plants lots of love, we're going to be reminded that we are part of God's creation too. And we're going to be reminded to not only care for ourselves, but to love and care for other people too. And that's really cool. So that's my hope, is that by loving our plants, we're reminded to love ourselves, and that we can be reminded to love other people too. We can be reminded to love our families and our friends and our coaches and our neighbors really, really well. So my hope is that you'll take your plant home, and when we go to kids' church, we're gonna write our names on these little sticks, and we're gonna put our names on our plants so that we can remember to care for Bobby and Bobby and all of our friends.
Are those chalkboard sticks?
It is. It's a chalkboard sticker. All right. So will you pray with me? Will you pray with me? Dear God, help us care for your creation. Help us care for ourselves. And remind us to love and care for one another. Amen. All right. We'll see you in kids' church.